So you think you want to be a system administrator? You know, those folks who are kind of the invisible heroes keeping our whole digital world from falling apart? Well, today, we're going to decode the actual blueprint for this supercritical tech career. And how are we going to do that? We've got our hands on a real college course syllabus. Yep, this is the official roadmap, the step-by-step guide for building a sysadmin from scratch. Let's see what it says. All right, here's the plan. We'll kick things off with a welcome to system administration. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the core skills. After that, we'll see how you actually learn by doing, what it really takes to succeed, and we'll cap it all off with the final challenge. Okay, first up, welcome to system administration. Let's jump right in. What's the mission here? What's the whole point? Right, so this is quoted directly from the syllabus. And it's basically the trifecta, right? Shell scripting, server administration, and networking. These are the three massive pillars that everything else is built on, and they're all connected. I mean, you use scripting to make server tasks automatic, and you need networking so those servers can actually talk to each other and the rest of the world. And here's the real goal. It's not just about memorizing a bunch of commands. Nope. It's about getting the hands-on skills to manage servers right now. And maybe even more important, it's about building a toolkit so you know how to figure stuff out for yourself down the road. All right, so let's dig into those core skills. Time to break down those three pillars one by one. Okay, pillar number one, shell scripting. The easiest way to think about this is that the shell is like the computer's command center. And scripting, that's you writing the instructions, teaching the computer how to do all the boring, repetitive stuff automatically. It's literally the sysadmin's superpower. And where does all this magic happen? Well, the heart of the server world is Linux. The core specifically uses Fedora Linux, which is the super powerful open source OS that runs a massive number of servers all over the globe. Which brings us right to the core of the job, server administration. This is the day-to-day stuff, keeping the lights on. We're talking setting things up, patching security holes, managing users, basically making sure that digital engine is always running smoothly and safely. But here's the thing, a server sitting all by itself is, well, it's pretty useless, right? It needs to connect to the digital world. And that leads us to our third and final pillar, networking. It's basically the nervous system of the entire digital universe. It's all about how data gets from point A to point B, whether that's two computers in the same office or from a server halfway across the world to you. A sysadmin has to get how all this invisible magic actually works. So, to handle all of this, you need a toolkit, a utility belt, really. And we're talking about real powerful commands. You'll learn things like nmap to scout out a network, cron to make the server do work for you while you sleep, and SSH, which lets you securely jump into a machine from anywhere on the planet. This is the real deal stuff. Okay, so knowing about the tools is one thing, but how do you get good at actually using them? Well, that's where we shift gears from just theory to getting your hands dirty. But practice isn't just about commands and code. It's not what you might think. It's not all about sitting in a dark room by yourself staring at a terminal. No way. Get this. The course has something called Server Deployment Night. I love this. It's where everyone gets together, probably fueled by a lot of pizza, and they build a real working network from the ground up. This is where all that textbook stuff becomes real. And it's not just that one night. The whole learning process is super active. You get labs that aren't even graded, just so you can practice without pressure. You get your very own virtual machine to mess around with and not worry about breaking anything. You even work with your classmates to figure out the readings together. It's all about learning by doing. Okay, so you've got the skills, you've got the hands-on experience, but what's the missing piece? What's that secret sauce that turns a student into a real pro? Well, the instructor puts it so simply, it's great. That is easy. Show up, keep an open mind, do the assignment /lab/readings on time, have a positive mindset, and participate. See? It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about your attitude and just being there, ready to learn. And the course rules really hammer this home. Attendance is mandatory because, well, you can't participate if you're not there. And participation isn't just breathing, it's being actively engaged. And, of course, academic integrity is a huge deal. These aren't just school rules, they're professional ethics in a career where trust is everything. So, all this knowledge, all this practice, this whole professional mindset, it's all building towards one thing, the final challenge.
And here it is, building your master script. This is the big one. You have to design a bash script that automates a real admin task. It's got to be easy to use, it's got to be well designed, you have to document it, and then you have to present it. It's like the final boss battle of the course, testing literally everything you've learned.
So when you pull all of this off, who are you? What have you become? Well, you're not just some tech person. You're a problem solver. You're an automator. You're a guardian of the entire digital infrastructure that we all depend on. And even the way you're graded tells the story. Just look at this breakdown. Quizzes and presentations are 25 points, the final project is 30, but attendance and participation, that's 45 points. That's the biggest chunk. It just proves that this course is less about passing tests and more about showing up, being engaged, and learning how to be a professional. So there you have it, the complete blueprint. We've seen how it's built on a foundation of scripting, servers, and networking, but it's all held together by practice, professionalism, and just plain showing up. We know what it takes, so the only real question left for you is, are you ready to run the digital world?